Welcome, welcome, Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We're going to read for each one of the signs individually, and we're going to give you some predictions for January 2026 for love and money and what you need to know and what you can expect. All right, so welcome in, welcome in. And by the way, we have done 2026 yearly predictions for you. The link for those is below this video. Those are on Patreon, so you'll probably want to check those out. We went into a lot of detail, and each one of those for each sign is like about 20 minutes. So you'll definitely want to check that out. Or, of course, you can get a 2026 prediction personal reading as well. Everything you need to know is below the video. All right, let's get started with Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's up, Taurus? Let's look at job, money, and career for Taurus for January. Taurus for January, job, money, and career. What does Taurus need to know for job, money, and career? Taurus, don't be afraid to be authentic. Okay, just be yourself. That's the best way to make money. And follow your passion. Be true to your heart. Follow your passion. That's where the money's always going to be, where you feel passionate. Okay, follow your passion. That came out. I also want you to be confident in your abilities. All right, Taurus, what else do you need to know about job, money, and career for January? Give me some advice and observations for January 2026 for Taurus. Job, money, and career for Taurus. Job, money, and career. What does Taurus need to keep in mind for 2026 for job, money, and career for January? For January, what do we got for you, Team Taurus? The Bull Gang. Job, money, and career. Temperance. Ten of Swords in the reverse, the Moon card. What I get is this. You are going to be in a situation that is going to require patience. You may have some challenges. You're going to overcome this. And what I get is you're being asked, Taurus, with the Temperance card and the Moon card, to trust the process. You may not see, you know, the old saying of you don't have to see the top of the staircase to take the first step. So my point is this, especially with this Ten of Swords in the reverse, you're encouraged to keep at it, stay with it, stay with the plan, don't give up. You may not see how this is exactly going to work out, but trust the process. It will. That's why the Ten of Swords is here in the reverse and the Temperance card is here. That is all about a card of being divinely guided. Okay. Trust, faith in the divine. The Nine of Cups suggests you do have a wish coming true around money. That, I believe, is something that you are having. Let's talk about the Moon card. You may be having trouble believing in that you can be successful. That's so important. All right. So if you're dealing with fears or trouble believing, it may be time to look at that. I do see you overcoming a major, there's a major accomplishment in the month of January. It's like a major milestone. Maybe you start back to school. Maybe you start school. Maybe you graduate from school, get promoted. There's like this major rite of passage. And maybe it's just learning to trust the process and overcoming and then seeing that you're more powerful than you think you are. But there is a major milestone here, and I'm here for it. I absolutely love it. I'm also getting this energy of be careful about who comes toward you that you may work with. All right, you can't trust everybody around you, so just be careful of that too. Be discerning. Okay, be discerning. Let's go to love and see what you need to know about romance for January 2026. What does Taurus need to know about love for the month of January? What does Taurus need to know about love for the month of January? What does Taurus need to know about love for the month of January? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Give me the advice and observations for Taurus for January for romance. What do we have here for January? Let's take a peek. You're healing. Stay on your healing. Three of Swords in the reverse. Things are getting better with your healing. Queen of Pentacles, High Priestess in the reverse. You may be starting to put yourself out there a little bit more. You're feeling yourself. With that Queen of Pentacles, you're like, baby, I know what I bring to the table. And it's a quiet confidence. It's not ego, it's confidence. And there is a difference. The High Priestess in the reverse, that's you putting yourself out there. I kind of feel like you are breaking some patterns. You're having some major aha moments and breaking some patterns around romance. You are in a good place as far as picking up and manifesting something. Major glow up energy. Major glow up energy. All right. So you're going to be attracting a lot of attention. The Justice card, you may receive a long awaited apology from someone. Especially with a High Priestess in the reverse, you may hear from somebody with your past. I think you've got a new person that may cross your path. Page of Wands, that's a youthful energy. You may end up with that person with the Ten of Cups. There's a lot of potential with that new person. What about that past person, the apology? The Nine of Swords in reverse, there is some optimism there, and I think it may go well for a while, but I don't know if that's where you're going to end up with the Four of Wands in the reverse. I'm getting this focus on new year, new love, right? That's kind of what I feel like is needing to come out for you, Taurus. Knight of Wands, you may travel, you may meet somebody at a distance or traveling here. A lot of fire energy here. A lot of fire energy here. There is that damn past person again. Boy, they're persistent, Taurus. They are. God, you got a lot of reconciliation energy. You may have more than one past person trying to come towards you, Taurus, but there is a lot of energy here. There is that Eight of Wands, travel and distance here again. So you may deal with somebody at a distance, or you may meet somebody if you've got travel plans. Okay. Anything else? There is also somebody close to home. Look at there. Yeah. All kind of people around you, Taurus. It's going to be a busy month. I'm here for it. I love it. So I hope that helps you, Team Taurus. I hope that gave you some insight. Definitely check out the 2026 detailed prediction. Like I said, that's about 20 minutes long for your sign. And the link for that is below this video. All right. We are going to Virgo now. All right, Team Virgo, what do you need to know about job, money, and career? Virgo, what does Virgo need to know about job, money, and career? What does Virgo need to know about job, money, and career for January 2026? What does Virgo need to know for job, money, and career for January 2026? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Give me job, money, and career for Virgo. Give me job, money, and career for Virgo. Job, money, and career for Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Job, money, and career for you, Virgo. Job, money, and career. What do you need to know, Virgo, around job, money, and career? Let's see what we got, Virgo. Some stagnancy, Virgo, around job, money, and career. You're losing interest in what you're doing. Six of Swords in the reverse. You feel like you're kind of not going anywhere, and you're losing interest. You may even be bored. You may not feel like you are being challenged to your capacity. Four of Cups, and then the Ace of Wands in reverse. You're just losing interest. You may end up making some changes around career. Sometimes with that Four of Cups, it's incumbent upon us to take a step back and ask if it's something in our mind or if it's legit indicating that we need to make a change. Okay, so I kind of feel like there's some decisions that you're going to be looking at for January of whether or not you want to stick with what you're doing. Let's see. Yeah, you feel like you're not being paid enough. You know what's interesting though? I feel like if you'll speak up about it, you may end up sticking where you are. They may rearrange things or fix things. They're going to do what they can do to keep you. I am picking that up. Yeah, you've got some good news around money. I feel like that a lot of you Virgos just need to speak up and just say, hey, I'm not being paid enough, or hey, I feel like I'm qualified to do more and grow. And that's going to happen. I'm predicting, I'm going to tell you, some of my Virgos are leveling up on career. Okay. Now, for some of you, you may end up sticking with them for the short term and then following your passions towards something new, or even starting a side hustle that turns into something that is lasting. That's what I got. But I definitely see that you taking action on that. So that's pretty interesting. All right, Virgo, let's see what you need to know about love for January. Let's take a preliminary peek at the love energies for you for January. Preliminary peek around January love for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know around love for January? January. Star card. Remain optimistic. You may have something here that's worth talking about. Let's see. Remain optimistic. Your best days are in front of you. I'm also told to tell you that there are people who are going to love you that you have not even met yet. Let's see what we can find out about this. Aquarius season may be important to you too around love. Stay on your healing journey. That's another one. Page of Cups. There's somebody here. Oh my God, Queen of Wands. You got people. Oh, Virgo. Page of Cups, Queen of Wands, the Sun card. You're going to end up in a relationship, or there's going to be somebody in your energy with in January that you are going to be in a relationship with. Is this new or past? How will Virgo know who this is? Magician. Good God Almighty. We've got Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, Leo, Aquarius, of course, came out. Eight of Pentacles. You may meet this person in the workplace, what you do for a living. You guys are taking it to the next level, whatever it is. I see you standing at the crossroads. There is two different people that you're going to be dealing with. I see you wrestling with that decision for a little bit, but then I see you getting the clarity and making a decision. I think you're going to go with the one that's more mature. That's what I'm picking up. All right. The one that is more mature. All right. So yeah, there's like crazy energy. Advice for you. Stay on your healing journey. Work through bitterness, resentments, feeling jaded. All right. Also work through, what's the right word? Congeniality. Congeniality. It's a good month for you, Virgo. Look at that Wheel of Fortune. Fate, opportunity, destiny. Holy shit. That's crazy. Very Jupiterian. Opportunity. I love that. What a great reading for you, Virgo. What a great reading. So I hope that helped you, Team Virgo. Just a little quick peek at what to expect. Of course, we have your long-term predictions over on Patreon for the whole year. You'll want to check that out. That's a lot more detailed. It's got like 20 minutes. It's over 20 minutes. So you'll want to check that out for sure. All right, Virgo, I hope that helped you. All right, Capricorn, last but not least, let's look at January. Let's just get you a sneak peek at January for job, money, and career and love. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, the happy, snappy Cappies, true goats of the zodiac. What do the Capricorns need to know for January? Job, money, and career. By the way, I just did your 2026 long-term predictions, and it's uploaded on Patreon. My God, Capricorn, it was beautiful. It was unbelievable. 20 minutes long. You should check it out. The link is below this video. All right, Capricorn, let's take a look at job, money, and career for January. Let's just take a peek at January. We'll do just a real quick peek at January energies for job, money, and career for Capricorn. Job, money, and career for Capricorn. Job, money, and career for Capricorn. job, money, and career for Capricorn, please. What does Capricorn need to know for January, job, money, and career? You're making some changes, withdrawing. Capricorn, this is interesting. You may end up, all right, so what I'm predicting is this. You are cutting ties with either a coworker or a collaborator, customer, vendor. You're cutting ties, you're withdrawing. You feel like that's in your best interest. You feel like that this has not been a good, productive, stable, profitable, helpful, appropriate connection. So I definitely see you cutting out some dead weight and flying solo with whatever this is. Independence. You may literally leave your job or start a side hustle, or you may just work more independently in your workplace, but you're definitely relying on yourself, and it's going to work. That's why this Nine of Pentacles is in the upright. It's going to work depending on yourself. That's such a Saturnian thing, right? Such a Saturnian message. So I do think that that is a good decision. I do feel like, yeah, you're manifesting success, Capricorn. Hell to the yeah. You're going to pull from all directions and make shit happen. I've never seen a Capricorn with give up. I just haven't. There's a celebration at the end of all this for you. So you're on a good path, Capricorn. You're making a solid decision. I don't know that it's an easy decision, but you're kind of realizing that that connection was a waste of time or not productive. I just get it almost may have been costly for you. Now, the road to success. Hell yeah. Love that for you, Capricorn. All right. What do you need to know about love for January? What do my Capricorns need to know about love? Tell me about love for Capricorn for January. Tell me about Capricorn romance. What does Capricorn need to know about romance for January? What does Capricorn need to know about romance for January, please? What does Capricorn need to know about romance for January? What does Capricorn need to know about romance for January? What does Capricorn need to know about romance for January? What does Capricorn need to know about romance for January? Nine of Pentacles, you're so focused on your money. Three of Swords in reverse, Page of Cups. You are focused on your healing and yourself and your money. You've got a flirt here. You've got somebody approaching you with the Page of Cups. We'll see who that is and what that is. But you're very focused on your own, just carving your own way and focusing on your healing, your spiritual journey. Why is that? Who's the Page of Cups? Knight of Wands. Queen of Swords in reverse. I think you're, Capricorn, you're not that into, this is actually consistent with what I saw in your yearly for a little bit, but there is somebody here that there is somebody here that gets your attention. There's a lot of people here. Okay. I got like 5 cards and 4 of them are people. Okay. It may not be that many. Somebody here may be at a distance, so they may travel, but there is somebody here that gets your attention. I literally saw that. Oh my God, that's crazy. You've got 2 different people in your energy, Capricorn. You may meet somebody in the workplace, somebody here, and you've got a newbie. All right. You do have a newbie with the Ace of Swords. Is there a past person as well? Does Capricorn have a past person? Yeah, they're in the ethers. I don't know if you're going to hear from them in January, but they're here. They're still invested, but I don't know that you're going to hear from them. There's a new person crossing your path. That's what I feel like is interesting about this whole thing, Capricorn. But I kind of feel like, I don't know, I feel like you're going to be dating, but I don't see you. I see somebody getting your attention, but I don't know if you're going to be committing. You're so focused on career right now. You're not going to commit here in January, but I think this is you. I just think it's your priorities. I think your priorities are on you, your own journey and healing. You got a lot of opportunities, and I think this is by your own choosing. All right. But you're literally all about the money. And I mean, it is what it is. Who can fault you for that, right? Who can fault you for that? But that's what I see. Just a preliminary little peek for you, Capricorn, for January. And again, if you want to see the whole year, we went into a lot of detail for you. That video is over 20 minutes long, and the link for that is below this video. Or, of course, you can get an individual 2026 yearly prediction as well. All of that stuff is below this video. That being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.